friends, how are you today? I hope you guys are all having an amazing day so far. If you are not having an amazing day, I really hope that your day gets better from here on out. Right here, right now. Poof, here's some magic, positive energy, whatever you guys need. I really hope your day gets better starting right here, right now. So today we are going to talk about the lawsuit from Gabby Petito's parents. They are suing Brian Laundrie's parents. And I came across this lawsuit and I really want to share it with you guys. It is very, very interesting to me. It doesn't quite talk about what they are suing for. It doesn't exactly say. It seems like they're going towards the direction of intentional infliction of emotional distress, but it doesn't quite say that. And when I think about it, I hate what the Laundries did. It was absolutely disgusting. I hated it. Do they have a moral obligation to tell the Petitos where Gabby was, give them any information, talk to them at all? Yes, they absolutely did. But in the letter of the law, did they have a legal obligation to tell the Petitos what they knew? The answer is no. Probably no. And they went and got this lawyer like ASAP, and the lawyer probably told them, don't speak to them, don't say anything, keep your mouth shut. And they just listened to their lawyer. So do they have legally, or do they have a case here? I'm not quite sure. So we're going to go through this lawsuit. I'll give you my opinions. I would love to hear all of your guys' thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. And I don't know. We'll see where it goes. So why don't you guys just sit back, relax, and let's just jump right into this. Okay, you guys, here is the first page of the lawsuit. On the top here, it has the defendants' names, Christopher Laundrie and Roberta Laundrie. Now here it says the complaint. Come now. Joseph Petito and Nicole Schmidt, that is Gabby's father and mother. They are coming by and through their undersigned counsel and file within complaint against the defendants Christopher Laundrie and Roberta Laundrie, and in support thereof allege as follows. So let's see. It says, number one, this is an action for damages that exceed $30,000, exclusive of prejudgment, interest, cost, and attorney fees. Now, this is just saying that it exceeds the amount of $30,000. Now, I'm not quite sure. I do think that is around the amount that Brian had. I don't know. I remember he had about $30,000, and the Laundries signed and they tried to get that money. But this is the amount that they're suing for exceeds $30,000. So that is also saying, so it's not going to be in like a small claims court. It's going above that. So it exceeds $30,000. Number two, venue is proper in Sarasota County, Florida, because the defendants reside therein. Number three, this court has jurisdiction over the within matter pursuant to, and here's the FS 86011, all that. Number four, the plaintiff, Joseph Petito, is a resident of Vero Beach, Florida, and is the father of Gabrielle Petito, who is deceased. The plaintiff, Nicole Schmidt, is a resident of Blue Point, New York, and is the mother of Gabrielle Petito. Defendants Christopher and Roberta Laundrie are residents of Northport, Florida, and are the parents of Brian Laundrie. So it says number 7, Brian Laundrie and Gabrielle Petito became engaged to marry on or about July 2nd, 2020. On July 2nd, 2021, Brian and Gabby left New York in a van owned by Gabby to take a trip to the western United States, which was expected to last for several months. Prior to the trip taken by Gabby and Brian, Joseph Petito and Nicole Schmidt and Christopher and Roberta Laundrie had a cordial relationship. So they all had a cordial relationship. They all got along fine prior to this trip. There was no problems, no issues. Number 10, Gabrielle Petito had hopes of becoming a travel influencer and a van lifer and document her cross-country travels on social media sites such as YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Number 11, during the course of the aforementioned trip, Gabby called her family almost daily, including her parents, Joseph and Nicole, and her siblings as well. So she called all of them daily, almost daily. Number 12, the last communication that Gabby had with Joseph was on August 21st, 2021. The last communication that Nicole had with Gabby was on August 27th, 2021. It is believed that on August 27th, 2021, Brian Laundrie murdered Gabrielle Petito. That is just hard to read. The cause of her death was blunt force injuries to the head and neck with manual strangulation. I remember when we went through this on this channel, we did do some videos about this, and then they released like the autopsy, and they were talking about manual strangulation, which can take up to 6 to 8 minutes, and then also blunt force trauma to the head and neck. So there was, I don't want to think about it. It's awful, you guys. Number 14, it is believed that on August 27th, 2021, Brian Laundrie murdered Gabby Petito. Oh, I just said that, sorry. I wonder why they believe that it was August 27th. That is a roundabout date with what the coroner said as well, but August 27th, I wonder what other information they have, if any, to support that. Gabby was 22 years of age at the time of her death. That's younger than me. That's, gosh. After Brian Laundrie murdered Gabby, Brian Laundrie sent text messages back and forth between his cell phone and Gabby's cell phone in an effort to hide the fact that she was deceased. On August 27th, 2021, it is believed that Brian Laundrie sent a text to Nicole Schmidt in which he referred to Gabby Petito's grandfather, Stan, by name. Now, we talked about that on my channel as well. Gabby Petito never called her grandfather by his name, and when Nicole got that text from Gabby's phone that said something about Stan, she was like, Stan? It was weird. It kind of set off the first red flag for Nicole. Number 18, it is believed and therefore averred that on or about August 28th, 2021, Brian Laundrie advised his parents, Christopher and Roberta, that he had murdered Gabby. On that same day, Christopher and Roberta Laundrie spoke with attorney Steve Bertolino and sent him a retainer on September 2nd, 2021. So that also could be why, because at first I was like, why do they think he told him on August 28th? Well, there it is. On August 28th is when they first called Steve Bertolino and wanted to retain him. So that only makes sense because Brian did not come home until September 2nd. I think it was September 2nd is when he got back. So they were already calling Steve on August 28th, the day after they believe Gabby was killed. And Brian had to have told his parents, because why else would they call the attorney, right? Before he even got home, he had to have told him. On August 30th, 2021, Brian Laundrie sent a text message from Gabby's cell phone to Nicole, her mother, stating that there was no service in Yosemite Park in an effort to deceive Nicole into believing that Gabby was still alive. I remember that. We also talked about that on my channel. And I believe Yosemite Park was like way out of the way, like a couple hundred miles out of the way of where they were actually supposed to be. So that set off another red flag for Nicole. On September 1st, 2021, Brian Laundrie returned to the home of his parents, Christopher and Roberta, driving Gabby Petito's van. So that was September 1st. Okay, so he returned on September 1st, and then the next day they went to Stephen Bertolino's office and gave him the retainer fee to retain him as counsel. After this point in time, there was no contact between Joseph Petito and Nicole Schmidt on the one hand and Christopher and Roberta on the other hand. So there was no contact, no communication whatsoever from August 27th until September 19th, when Gabrielle Petito's remains were found at the Spread Creek dispersed camping area in Wyoming. The plaintiffs were extremely distraught and were attempting to locate Gabby Petito. So can you guys imagine, that is almost 4 weeks. That is almost a month. They were freaking out looking for their daughter, wondering where she was for almost a month. And Chris and Roberta Laundrie knew and didn't say a word to them. That is torture. That is absolutely torturous. And I believe it probably does fall in the category of intentional infliction of emotional distress. Number 23, while Gabby Petito's family was suffering, the Laundrie family went on vacation to Fort DeSoto Park from September 6th to the 7th, 2021. Remember, they went camping. His sister was there. His nephews were there. In an effort to avoid any contact with Nicole Schmidt on or about September 10th, Roberta Laundrie blocked Nicole on her cell phone such that neither phone calls nor texts could be delivered, and she also blocked Nicole on Facebook. So Roberta Laundrie, imagine, I can only imagine, like, okay, and think about it on both sides too, like, okay, your daughter is missing. She was on this cross-country trip with her fiance. They had been on a cross-country trip before. You knew they were having problems probably, and she's been missing for weeks, and you're freaking out. You know that what's his face, Brian, is back with his family, and you're asking, like, where is Gabby? Where is she? What's going on? Can you please tell me something? And then she ended up blocking you on her phone, and then blocking you on Facebook too. Like, I would be freaking out. I would be so, oh my God, that sounds like torture. But then when you think on, I'm sorry, you guys, even if I was Brian's mother, I don't think I could find it in my heart to block her. I don't think I could. I know if the attorney is in my ear telling me don't say a word, do not speak to her, don't say a word, or you'll implicate your son. And when you think about it, I know that you can't really implicate your spouse because of spousal privilege, but there's no law there for, mother-son, father-son privilege. There's not. But what about accessories after the fact? I mean, can they do that? Why haven't they been charged with that? Are they investigating for that? I don't know, but that's definitely accessory after the fact. You got him a lawyer. You're not speaking. You're not giving any information to the parents of the missing fiance. I mean, I don't know, but I don't think I would even be able to find it in my heart to block them. That's so heartless. That is so heartless. Even if it was my son who murdered his fiance and her parents were freaking out, didn't know where she was, and asking me, I would just say, I don't know anything. That's what I'd say. I'd be like, I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't know. Or maybe you can't even say that because, or maybe I'm sorry. I can't say anything. I don't know. I could not just ignore them and block them. I couldn't do it. Oh my God, you guys. what do you guys think? Would you guys be able to do that? Would you be able to physically be able to just completely ignore the mother and father and block them on Facebook? Or what if you were in Gabby's parents' shoes? What would you feel? Let me know. I would love to know. Number 25, on September 14th, 2021, with full knowledge that Gabby Petito had been murdered by their son, Christopher Laundrie and Roberta Laundrie, through their lawyers, issued this following statement. Quote, "It is our understanding that a search has been organized for Ms. Petito in or near Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. On behalf of the Laundrie family, it is our hope that the search for Ms. Petito is successful and that Ms. Petito is reunited with her family." Yeah, that's heartless as well. They issued this statement on September 14th, 2.5 weeks after they knew that their son murdered Gabby, and they issued this statement like, "We hope she is found and reunited with her family." Ugh, that's sick. That is sick. I don't see how you could do it. I don't. On September 16th, 2021, attorney Richard Stafford, on behalf of Gabrielle Petito's family, issued a letter to Christopher and Roberta Laundrie as followed. Now, here is that pleading letter where they were just pleading for help. It's very, very emotional, but it says, "We are writing this letter to ask you to help us find our beautiful daughter. We understand you are going through a difficult time and your instinct is to protect your son, or your instinct to protect your son is strong. We ask you to put yourselves in our shoes. We haven't been able to sleep or eat and our lives are falling apart. We believe you know the location of where Brian left Gabby. We beg you to tell us. As a parent, how could you let us go through this pain and not help us? As a parent, how can you put Gabby's younger brothers and sisters through this? Gabby lived with you for over a year. She was going to be your daughter-in-law. How can you keep her location hidden? You were both at Jim and Nicole's house. You were both so happy that Brian and Gabby got engaged and were planning to spend their lives together. Please, if you or your family have any decency left, please tell us where Gabby is located. Tell us if we are even looking in the right place. All we want is for Gabby to come home. Please help us make that happen." Ugh, that is terrible, you guys. Number 27. Despite the fact that Joseph Petito and Nicole Smith implored Christopher and Roberta Laundrie to tell them if their daughter was alive, and if she was not, where her remains were located, Christopher and Roberta refused to respond to either Joe and Nicole's plead or to law enforcement. So they didn't say a word. And we all know that. We've been through all that. Okay. My buttons are like rubbing on the table. Christopher and Roberta Laundrie instructed that all contacts were to be made through their attorney, Stephen P. Bertolino. God, sorry guys. And he issued, quote, "no comment" when asked about Gabby Petito's well-being. Which I'm sorry, but that lawyer seemed dumb. Just stupid to me. He talked so much. He gave so much stuff away. Like, is this his first rodeo? Like, he seemed pretty dumb to me. But I don't know. While Joseph Petito and Nicole Smith were desperately searching for information concerning their daughter, Christopher and Roberta Laundrie were keeping the whereabouts of Brian Laundrie secret, and it is believed were making arrangements for him to leave the country. And that is what a lot of people thought. Some people still think that. A lot of people don't believe Brian Laundrie is passed away. And Christopher Laundrie and Roberta Laundrie knew of the mental suffering and anguish of Joseph Petito and Nicole Smith, and knew that they could alleviate, at least in part, such mental suffering and anguish by disclosing what they knew about the well-being and the location of the remains of Gabby Petito. Yet they repeatedly refused to do so. In doing so, Christopher Laundrie and Roberta Laundrie acted with malice or great indifference to the rights of Joe Petito and Nicole Schmidt. So, acting in malice and great difference, that is, like, those are the words for intentional infliction of emotional distress. So I wonder if that's what they're going to be going for. Christopher and Roberta Laundrie exhibited extreme and outrageous conduct, which constitutes behavior under the circumstances which goes beyond all possible bounds of decency and is regarded as shocking, atrocious, and utterly intolerable in a civilized community. I agree 100% with all of that. What do you guys think? Number 32, as a direct and proximate result of the willfulness and maliciousness of Christopher and Roberta Laundrie, Joseph Petito and Nicole Schmidt had been caused to suffer pain and suffering, mental anguish, inconvenience, loss of capacity for enjoyment of life experience in the past and to be experienced in the future. Wherefore, plaintiffs Joseph Petito and Nicole Schmidt respectfully request this honorable court enter judgment in their favor and against the defendants. And here is the last page, Christopher and Roberta Laundrie, and against the defendants, Christopher and Roberta Laundrie, and award to them just compensation for the damages they have suffered, together with cost and such other relief as this honorable court deems just and proper. And that is the entire lawsuit. It's very short, sweet, right to the point. You know how some lawsuits are like 50, 80, 100 pages. This is only like 8 pages long. It's short, it's sweet, down to the point, and I don't think it needs very much else. I mean, I agree 100%. I think that they should have to pay something. What they did was disgusting, disturbing, and, like they said, atrocious. And I believe that they should have to pay some sort of compensation for the damage and emotional distress that they purposely caused. And, I mean, didn't they get, I'm pretty sure that Brian's parents got all his money that he had. I don't know why he had money saved up. I don't know. I don't think it was life insurance. I don't know if he had it all saved up or where it was, but if he had that much money, why was he using Gabby's card? Why was he unlawfully using her debit card to get home if he had that much money? I don't know where it was. I don't know, but they wanted it, and I think they got it. And I think that they shouldn't be able to keep that money. I don't think so. And I think that if anybody should get it, it should be Gabby's parents. That's my opinion. They suck. That's my other opinion. What do you guys think? I would love to hear all of your guys' thoughts and comments and opinions. Please put it in the comment box down below. I'd love to hear about it, and we can continue this discussion in the comments, but let me know what you guys think. That is all for this video, you guys. I am actually working on a couple other ones. I'm doing a video on Bam Margera and his lawsuit with Jackass, his conservatorship. It's a big one. It's probably going to be a couple parters, and his conservatorship is a little not good. Like, it's like Britney's conservatorship. The more you investigate and research, the more concerned you get. So that one's taken me a little while because there's so much going on, so many rabbit holes to go in. So I am doing that. I'm working on a couple other videos as well for you guys. I just came across this lawsuit and I wanted to get it out to you guys as fast as I can to see what you guys think about it. I hope that it goes to trial. I hope that they get what they deserve. If it doesn't go to trial, I hope the Laundries settle and give them every penny they want. let me know what you guys think. So I will see you guys in the next video. I'm working on them as fast as I can for you guys. I just wish I could come out with videos quicker for you guys. I'm doing my best. I really am. But until the next video, you guys, I will see you in the next one. And please remember, in a world where you can be anything in the world, please remember to be kind. Love you guys. Bye.